about beer.
My favorite Christmas song of all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what it is?
No, I don't. In the holiday spirit is all. You listening? Yeah, now I know what it is. So welcome back. It's another segment here of our very special Holiday Beer Buzz, brought to you by Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer on Route 309 in Wilkes-Barre Township out there by the Big Cow. We're here, of course, along with Bill from mybeerbuzz.com.
Yeah, hello.
And shame on me, in our first segment, I neglected to mention the fact that the lovely Mrs. BeerBuzz is here.
Happy holidays.
Glad to have you here as well. And of course, in Northeast Pennsylvania's own Bon Vivant and Vince Sweeney joining us here this morning.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, Vince. Glad to have you along here. All right, we have a whole hour's worth of show here. We're in our second segment now. We just tried some Sierra Nevada Celebration in our first segment. Back with more now here, and this segment is kind of special because we're going to be talking about food pairing.
We are, and our beer question for this segment is about food pairing, and we're going to save that for our guests because we have two guests in the studio with us. Please welcome Dave Simonelli and Ted Kerpovich from Arant's Restaurant.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And you know, Arant's, want to mention the fact that, people say Arant's, and I think the motto is separated from the rest.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, rest, Arant's, and they are, but they truly are. I mean, we've been there so many times, and the food is just unbelievable and outstanding, and food like you can get nowhere else. So, guys, and the beer selection.
Yeah, you can go for just the beer. They have a great beer selection in bottles and on tap, but the food is fantastic. And you got to love any place that has reindeer around Christmas.
Yeah, you're not going to run into that in a lot of places, guys.
And
seriously, glad to have you here.
Rabbit at Easter.
And pumpkin on Halloween. And Santa Claus at Christmas.
And duck at all times.
And my friend Steve had the duck cheesesteak last night and loved it.
Yeah.
So.
It's always duck season.
Always duck season.
It's rabbit season, it's duck season. We're glad you're here, guys.
So we're going to pair up a beer with a food that Dave brought us today. And I'm going to get the beer going here so we can all have a cup full of it. And our beer of the day today comes from Placentia, California. It is the brewery Three French Hens.
Three French Hens! That is weird. Three French Hens? It happened. It's Katie Moore. By the way, thanks to Katie Moore. Katie is doing our producing today.
Thank you, Katie.
An outstanding job. What a nice hand for Katie.
Very
nice. All right. So now, Dave, you're the chef, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Now, and so you were talking about what you brought in today, and you were talking about deconstruction and all the rest. And I don't know anything about cooking at all except what I like to eat. That's the end of cooking that I know.
Yeah.
So tell us what's going on here and how we are pairing this up with our beer that we have today.
Well, what we got here today is actually a deconstruction version of one of Bill's favorite dishes on my menu, which is the wonton cigar, which is actually an egg roll. But what we got here in front of us is polenta infused with the actual egg roll mix, which is roasted portobello and sun-dried tomato, a little Asiago. And then I made a vegetarian stock to make the polenta, infused it with gorgonzola cheese.
That would be my fault.
And it's good tasting stuff, though. Vegetarian stuff, meat, it's all good, man.
Well, that's the deal. And Bill from mybeerbuzz.com. Bill, you're a vegetarian.
I am,
right?
yes, I am.
Which is, and that's why we're going vegetarian here today. But that's what we love. This looks great. It smells great.
12 days of
never
Christmas.
had the patience for something like that. How could you do that? I'll see you in 9 years.
Yeah, well, they're brewed to be good today, and they make a point of saying that these are good today, but they're going to peak and be at their best in 9 years, and next year's beer obviously will be good in 8 years, and so forth.
Yeah.
The brewery comes out of Placentia, California. The brewmaster is Patrick Rue. R-U-E, and that's where they got the name of the brewery. It's B-R-U-E-R-I, brewery. They do all Belgian-style beers. They do predominantly bottle-conditioned beers. So this one, I think, is a perfect beer to match up with what Dave has brought us. And our beer question, I'm going to ask Dave. How, the beer question came in formally as I'm doing a holiday party and I want to do a beer-food pairing, but I have no idea where to begin. Where do I even begin?
Question, because, most people would really not have a handle on how to do that exactly. Right. Is there like a general rule of thumb for, the person who likes a kind of beer, maybe likes this kind of beer or whatever, but doesn't know exactly, is there a way to match them up that makes sense?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that could go on. It depends on what kind of beer you like. Like a lot of, the beer we're drinking now, I would probably just look at the bottle to try and find out some info on how it's made with certain ingredients and kind of pair up some of those ingredients in your food to kind of tie them together.
But is there anything sort of along the lines of, like, do you consider spicy versus sweet versus, is there a contrast or a clash? Or
I actually do both. It depends, what kind of, because I do a lot more contrast type stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when I do, like, wine pairing and stuff like that. But with the beer pairing, that definitely,
well, I mean, I understand. So I guess, to a large extent, it depends on your personal taste.
Yeah. Like you can do certain things to food with the beer that'll make the beer stand out, and certain things with the beer that'll make the food stand out.
Is there anything that's just a bad idea, though? I mean, if you have a really,
a lot of times it's like bringing the beer up to a high heat and simmering stuff. Like a lot of times when people make stews and soups and stuff, like adding the beer at the end is probably better than adding the beer in the beginning. Sometimes they get bitter, and sometimes they might ruin your dish if you don't know what you're doing, like, or if you don't know how to, like, kind of fix things on the fly, like I can.
Ted, when somebody at Arance would say, I'm going to order this, that, or the other thing from the menu, do they ever ask you to recommend a beer to go along with that? And is that like pressure, or do you, kind of steer them in a direction, or how does it work exactly?
Well, like you said, basically there's two schools of thought. Do you want to contrast the styles? Like, for example, we did a beer dinner, and we had a dessert selection that we paired up with an ancho chili beer. So the spicy went with the sweet, and everything works together. For the most part, we do a really good raspberry cheesecake, and that matches up well with the framboise.
Getting a little misty-eyed over here.
Yeah.
Raspberry cheesecake. Oh, you got this. It's killing me.
And there are very broad general rules. If it's a strong and sort of spicy food, you can pair it up with a beer that has a strong flavor. Hoppy beers pair up real well with strong, spicy foods. Sweet beers and desserts pair up really, really well. Cheeses and just about any beer. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I think you can pair just about any cheese with just about any beer and get a good result. Am I accurate in that, Dave?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, that pairs up nice.
And one of the cool things about Arance is while it's 5-star food, it's a very casual atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
You could go in jeans or whatnot, and these guys love to talk beer. I mean, I'll go and I'll ask them, I like to try something new. And so ask them what they recommend, and usually 100% the recommendations have been dead on. They've been great. So don't be afraid to even ask, because they love to talk about it too.
Well, that's what we're here for. That's our passion.
Yeah, absolutely. And the passion comes out. We say it on the show all the time. If you're passionate about what you do, that passion comes out in the product. And I got to tell you, I'm tasting it here.
Yeah, this is guys, this is wonderful.
Deconstructed wonton. Is this going to be on? Any chance this is appearing on a menu in sometime in the future?
I could do, if you remind me, I'll definitely bring it on. If I can make the order, actually.
Yeah, if some of our listeners come in and say, I'd like the My Beer Buzz deconstructed wonton cigar.
It's fantastic.
If they can remember all that, then they can crack at it. All right, so, just to boil it all down, I guess, there's really not a general rule of thumb, except for the fact that what you like is probably not a bad idea in terms of the direction you're going to go, whether it's comparing or contrasting, I guess you want to say, whether you want to match up flavors, the beer with the food, or whether you want to contrast them and have something really spicy with something that's kind of sweet. Is that fair to say? Or?
Yeah. It's probably harder to find something that wouldn't pair up.
That's what I mean. You'd have to go anywhere. So you don't have to, I guess the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to be any kind of an expert at all. I mean, in the end, it's about what you like. And Bill, you've said that from day one, obviously.
Yeah, and I think that's a good guideline. Try it out. We always tell people, test some things. Try. Next time you're having a beer, try it with a Christmas cookie, or try it with chocolate, or try it with something else. It's hard to go wrong. Maybe you could hit on a combination where you go like, I don't think those two go together real well.
Yeah. Or you do the opposite.
Yeah, more likely.
Across something that you're like, whoa, I wouldn't even think it worked.
Exactly. More likely you're going to find something where you go, wow, that really worked.
The only time I really ever ran into that was once upon a time I came across a bottle of it was actually pizza-flavored beer. And
nothing but the best for John.
And pizza and beer goes together. I mean, you can't argue with that, but pizza-flavored beer, you know what? Yeah. It tasted like a burp.
That's a selling point. First date beer. I wish you had not said that.
You're painting a picture now.
I'm sorry. I'm off the track here. All right. So the guys from Arance have been with us. We thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate it very much. Fantastic job.
Terrific food.
Check them out. Check out their website, www.arance.com, and make sure you get there. You'll be doing yourself a favor if you do. Appreciate that very much. And let me say, the brewery Three French Hens here I'm not always positive that I'm going to like something like a Belgian dark ale, dark strong, but this is very tasty, and it's, maybe because it's paired so well with the food.
It is. I think it lines up, and they actually say on their website it pairs up real nicely with spicy food.
Yeah.
And it is aged in French oak barrels, which gives it just a little touch of almost a red wine kind of flavor, and I think that works well with the spicy.
And again, the ABV here is 10%, so this is something where you sit down in the chair and you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, this is a beer to share with your friends and family and toast the holidays.
We're enjoying the brewery's Three French Hens here. This is the beer in our second segment of a very special holiday beer buzz, and we'll be back with even more in just a couple of minutes here on WILK.
Let's have a party and drink up a lot of beer. Let's have a party and